Hello, intuitive friends, and thank you so much for joining me. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I will be channeling messages for you this evening. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you may be. For those of you who are usually watching me live, I am not doing individual 5 minute readings right now. Right now, at this moment in time, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on each of the elements. Okay, so fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what you may be potentially exiting. So, what energies you may be exiting and what energies you may be moving towards. Okay, that being said, let's take a look at each of the signs. You're more than welcome to stay and say hello. Of course, this is a live stream. I am doing this on live stream. So, those of you who watch after the live stream, just take a look at the timestamps down below. Okay, that being said, let me review here. Make sure you guys can hear me. Also, review the legal disclaimers as well for those of you who may be joining me live. All right, and then we're going to jump right into the reading. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Hello, Irene. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So I will be doing a live stream reading for all of the signs, but I am focusing on each element. Okay. That being said, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on potential energies you're exiting and potential energies you may be entering. Okay. First up, we're going to focus on, give me 1 second, on the fire signs. Okay. So let's take a look at Aries. Oops. I'm sorry. I'm actually because this is a live stream, I am making sure that I have written here the signs so that we all are on board and know what's going on. For those of you who are joining me now, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving me those thumbs up. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay. All right. So let's take a look here. Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, scheduling a private recorded reading, or learning more about my Patreon platform, as well as my Patreon shop, then look down below in the description box, and all the information is there. Today, I'm going to be I'm sorry, I just took a quick look over here at my phone. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a live reading on live stream. So if you're watching this after the live stream, you will see down below in the description box your timestamp. Today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what energies you may be exiting and potential energies that you may be entering. And I will be focusing on Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So I'm not doing personal 5 minute readings. I'm just doing a reading, a collective reading for the fire signs, the earth signs, the air signs, and the water signs. So first up, we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, so I'm focusing on Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What energies are you potentially leaving behind right now at the time of this reading? Now, remember, these are timeless messages. Whenever you come across them, this could be a sign, symbol, synchronicity that these messages are for you. Again, I'm not doing a personal 5 minute readings. I am doing, though, a collective fire sign reading. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, followed up by the other elements. Okay, so first up we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What could you be leaving behind potentially here? What energies could you be leaving behind? And we have here purification. Look at that, fire with fire. Wow. Talk about sign symbol synchronicities here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have that. You also have lost love. I'm actually being called to take both. You have for purification. It says fire, bare essentials, the naked truth, wholeness. So some of you here may be exiting energies from the past or recent past that you may be holding on to. Okay. These messages, actually, I have to do this because it's a little bit revealing here, but and then you also have here lost love. And what I'm getting here, actually, let me cover that up here. I haven't used this deck in such a long time. I completely forgot that they may be a little bit too revealing here. So so you have purification, fire, and lost love. Okay. Some of you here are leaving behind the sense here of things that may have hurt you here in the past or recent past. Okay, this person here is holding on to their heart. They are in a state of vulnerability. This could be very much connected because of this tree that's here. Okay, so I have to kind of show it like this. Because of the tree that's in the background, this may be very much connected to family. It could be connected to old wounds, trauma. There could be here a connection to, again, like I said, whether that is blood family or whether this may be people that you may consider family. Okay. So I feel here this sense of the action of purification, the action of letting go, the action of releasing things that may be very much connected here to your heart chakra at this moment in time. And I'm sorry, I completely forgot that this may be a little bit too revealing. So I'm going to be pretty much not showing you the picture, but I will be showing you what it says. It says lost love. And for some of you, this may be very much connected to you letting go of emotions here from the past or recent past. What's very interesting is one card has fire. Okay, obviously here, purification. It says fire. And the other one has water. So there's this sense of releasing, meaning that yang energy, putting in action of the releasing and the purification of emotions here. Things that you may be feeling very much connected to. Some of you may be, like I said, connected to family, whether that is, blood family, biological family, or whether this is family here having to do with friends and loved ones. For others of you, this may be very much connected to a past love, okay? Because you do have here lost love. So there's this energy here, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, where you're healing and releasing and surrendering the sadness. You're letting go of the sadness. You're liberating yourself, releasing yourself from this situation, circumstance, event in the past or recent past that here with the yang energy that you are putting into action in the sense of releasing. Due to the fact that those cards tend to be a little bit very much revealing, those two cards, I'm going to have to put them aside. But now let's take a look here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What energy are you moving towards? Hello, Eleanor. Hello, Tammy. Welcome. All right. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What energies could you potentially be moving towards right now at the time of this reading? Remember that these readings are timeless. Whenever you come across them, there could be sign, symbol, synchronicities connected to maybe a reason, maybe a message here for you, okay? So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, what energies are you moving towards? What energies are you entering? Let's see what's coming through for you. All right, you have here, look at the bigger picture. And it's interesting because you have here Sagittarius. I said, listen, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you all share the common link of being fire signs. Okay, now of course all three of you, meaning Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, show the fire energy in different ways. This one here, it's talking about the energy that you're going to be entering potentially here, and it's talking about looking at the bigger picture. You know, the two cards that you had earlier talking about what you were leaving behind or exiting, um, no, you have not missed the water signs, Eleanor. We're going in order here. We're going to start with the fire signs, followed up by earth, then air, and then water towards the end. Thank you so much for asking. So we have here full moon in Sagittarius, and there's the sense here of you focusing on where you want to move towards. And I feel that not only, of course, this is a beautiful energy, this is positive, okay? But I feel that whatever this is may take its time. It's not something that's coming very quickly. And the reason why I'm saying that is because with Sagittarius, remember the symbol of the Sagittarius is an archer. And an archer, in order to let go of the bow, and to let go of the bow and ensure that the arrow hits the target, there's a sense of being very much focused. There's a sense here of knowing exactly where the archer wants that arrow to land. Okay. This is also talking about taking time and taking a look at external factors as well. Okay. Because, you know, the wind, the temperature, well, maybe not so much the temperature, but the wind, the trajectory of the wind may influence how that, you know, arrow may hit the mark. So I feel here for you, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, that whatever this is about, whatever you are entering, whatever energies you're entering towards, this has a lot in regards to you being very focused on strategy, on technique. Okay. And I know it may feel a little bit counterintuitive, as if you want something to hurry up as a fire sign, you want something a little bit quicker, you want to see it now. But this is talking about you actually taking your time and creating a sense of strategy, you know, tactic, focus, and also using your intuition in order to move towards that mark. Okay. So very beautiful energy here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that you may potentially be moving towards here. Let's see more information. I'm going to go as deep as I can, which is the reason why I'm kind of like condensing it to the elements rather than each particular sign, because I want to go a little deeper. So let's take a look here at what else is coming through here. So there is definitely a sense of focus, of strategy, of looking at the bigger picture. Okay. So looking at all the surrounding factors. Okay. I'm being guided to say, in this current energy, okay, whenever you're watching this reading, this energy is talking about you are playing chess and not checkers. So there's definitely this energy here about you being very focused and intentional, and that understanding that that intentionality of whatever it is that you're moving towards, or the energy that you're moving towards or entering, has a lot to do with taking your time to assess, taking your time to look at the surrounding energy. Look at that. You have journey popping out of the deck and passion. All right. Look at that. I mean, there's a lot. Listen, obviously, it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All three of yous are all about that energy. It's all about that fire. And sure enough, Sagittarius has a lot to do with travel. Some of you may even be moving towards the idea or the energy of change, not just change in regards to your creative energy. Okay, because I'm getting creativity here. I know it says passion, but I'm getting creative energy, but also thinking about, or in a way entertaining the idea or focusing on, which makes sense why you have here, look at the bigger picture, looking at all the factors in regards to either relocating. So either there's a sense here of you guys, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you thinking about relocation, whether that relocation is in regards to physical residential, whether this movement is moving from one job to another job, from one company to another company, from one role to another role. This could also be talking about the spiritual journey that some of you may be entering. Whatever journey, whether it be physical movement or the energy of something here, this is reminding you here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that you need to make sure you know where you're moving towards. Okay, so there is a sense of not just like picking up your bags and just leaving, or just abruptly leaving a job without, or, or yeah, your job or something like that abruptly. It's talking about you being strategic, looking at the bigger picture, strategizing. Like I said, I kept hearing, clairaudiently, you're going to be playing chess, not checkers. Okay, so that could be in any area of your life. That could be in love, it could be in career, it could be with family, it could be with friends, it could be in many different facets. Now, next thing I want to talk about here in the energy, potential energy that you may be entering, is here you have a lot of passion. Again, with fire. Okay. Fire is also the yang energy. It's not only the movement of something and or wanting to move very quickly in something, but it's also the passion. Okay. Remember, Mars is that planet of fire, of passion, of drive, and ambition. So there may be here this sense of you tapping into your creativity. You may be tapping into some unseen passions. Some of you may be wanting to, or may be feeling the urge to do something aside from your 9 to 5, or whatever it is that you may be doing right now. So you may be kind of like your creative juices may be flowing here. Okay. There may be here also for some of you long distance relationships as well. That may not be for everyone, but it may be here for some of you. There may be here like going on vacation, talking about vacation. Okay. Having a little bit of rest and relaxation. And for some of you, maybe meeting people, meeting someone. Okay. There could also be here this energy of someone going to your town, state, country. This doesn't have to all focus on love, okay? But this could be maybe even, especially nowadays. I mean, who knows? Like maybe even networking. You may meet someone here who may be in the same industry as you, or there may be here the sense of, again, of passion. Whatever this journey may be, and whatever this passion may be, is very much connected to the past. So this could be energies that you may have been feeling for quite some time, and you have been slowly kind of thinking about ways in which you are going to pivot from a situation and move towards another path, or move towards another direction. Okay. Whatever this may mean for you, because remember, these messages are general, but they could be talking about different facets or different aspects of your life. Whatever this may be for you here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it is a movement, or it is something that requires your attention. It requires you to take an aerial view. Okay, not to look at every single tree in the forest. You need to look at the forest in general. Again, very much like chess, not like chess, like the game of chess, not the game of checkers. Okay, because I got that very, very clearly here for you. Now, let's take a look, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, what energies you may be entering here, maybe moving towards. Okay, let's see what's coming through for you. You have here the Six of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, with the Six of Cups. Remember that I was talking about that whatever this may be, whatever this journey, by the way, it could also be someone from the past, by the way, especially here with the Six of Cups. It could be, you know, someone that you've known from the past or recent past, maybe a past coworker, maybe a past person that you worked with, maybe a past person that you were interested, or maybe connections from the past, okay? But whatever this is very important for you to keep the following in mind, and that is the Six of Pentacles. There could be here some type of networking, okay, sharing resources, sharing golden nuggets, sharing with each other advice or suggestions. This could be very much that co-creative energy. It could be with the universe, because there is a lot of energy here, and there's that kind of infinity symbol here. But there also could be here this equal exchange, meaning, you know, working with other people. Okay, there could be here connections from the past or recent past, maybe even networking here in some way, shape, or form. Maybe using, your work, clients, staff, co-workers here. It may be even resources from a distance, because I was getting here the sense of like something at a distance, like distant travel. Very much, of course, on the internet, because even if something is very far, we can bring it, to our present time and space, no matter where it's from. So there is this sense of this reciprocal energy. Okay, now listen carefully. This energy that I'm talking about here with the Six of Pentacles, this reciprocity, this energy of give and take, may be physical, may be tangible, it may be with people that you may have known from the past or recent past, or people that you may know or get to know here, okay, in this potential energy that you're moving towards. It could also be friends, family, and loved ones. It could be people that you know, okay, as well, with the Ten of Pentacles. Whatever this energy may be, that maybe potentially you may be entering, it's going to be something much more stable than where you are, or where you feel that you are right now at this moment in time. Remember, the energy that you're leaving behind was purification and lost love. Okay, so there is a sense of, I'm sorry, I have to do this because this deck is it has people that are not fully clothed. So before I get flagged by YouTube, there we go. Okay, so there's this, okay, I could do this, this lost love and purification and fire. So there's this sense of you letting go and releasing something, and really moving towards a path or a direction where it's gonna feel more solid. It's gonna feel like there's more stability. Now, one thing I do want to mention here, although there is a lot of fire here, because you do have here full moon in Sagittarius and the Passion card, and you also have here journey, which is movement. This, I feel here, and I said this at the top of the reading, which again, if you were here, if you missed that part, no worries. You could always go back and listen to that, because that's the energy I was picking up from the beginning, which is, I feel this is a slow moving energy. And sure enough, you have Pentacles energy. Pentacles energy is a slow moving energy. It's nothing about doing anything quickly or doing anything fast. It's more about you being persistent, being consistent, being determined, and doing things actively, like actually putting effort and doing things. Like I said, fire energy, action, taking the action to consistently do something in order for you to, again, gain that stability. Because the Ten of Pentacles is a beautiful energy. Okay, it's an energy of everyone working together. It's also an energy of stability. It's an energy of feeling that something has been finally completed. And for some of you, that may be the case. There could be this energy here that you're moving towards. You're entering a phase or or a time period where you have this sense of intention. You know what it is that you want or where you want to move towards. You are not afraid of actually moving in that direction, and you're allowing your passion, your creativity, your ambition, and your drive to take you there or take you back there. Okay. And when I say back there, there could be some skills here or something that you've been thinking for quite some time, and it's like you're finally going to start moving in that direction. But again, it's going to take time because you do have here Pentacles energy. Okay. That being said, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have the earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. For those of you who are here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm actually doing a live stream focusing on what you may be potentially leaving behind energetically and where you are or what energy you may potentially be entering. Okay. For those of you who are here, welcome. I was actually doing a live a little while ago. Not a lot of people passed by. Irene said, Virgo sun. Well, there you go. The earth signs are coming up next. If you do know people in your social circle that you feel they may benefit from this live stream, please feel free to share my YouTube channel with them so that they can hear their messages. And no worries, maybe you can share this reading with them once I have finally placed the timestamps on it. So as soon as I am done doing the live stream, I'm going to jump into actually putting the timestamps here. Okay. That being said, we're going to jump into the earth signs. By the way, I am a Taurus sun myself. So, let's see what's in store for all of us earth elements: Taurus, Virgo. Look at that. As I said, that prosperity flipped over. So that is a beautiful energy. Something's coming towards prosperity or abundance. Okay. All right. Let me just put everything back. And the reason why I have to do it this way is because I'm actually going to put timestamps. So people who are going to watch this live later are just going to go straight to their timestamps. Okay. Now, let me put up here in the chat where we are. Give me 1 second. Let me just put Earth. All right, perfect. So we have Earth, and now we have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And then after the Earth signs, I'm going to be channeling for the air signs, okay? And then last but not least, water signs towards the end, okay? So now we have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Hello, intuitive friends. Hello, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Whether you are a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or however Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn could show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. After the reading, I will put down below Cafe Astrology if you are interested in finding out more placements on your astrological natal chart so that you can maximize your reading here, focusing on the energies you are exiting and focusing on the energies that you may be entering at this moment in time of you watching this reading. Now, these are going to be timeless messages. So whenever you come across them, that could be a sign, symbol, synchronicity that these messages, there may be something here in these messages for you. That being said, if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, or if you're interested in finding out more about my Patreon platform or my Patreon shop, then look down below in the description box. All my information and credentials are there, especially if you're interested in a private recorded reading. Okay. That being said, let's take a look at the energies that you may be potentially exiting. Just letting you know, this deck that I have here has a lot of cards where there's a lot of nudity. So I have to be careful, and you know what? I didn't take that into consideration when I grabbed it, but that's fine. We're still going to work with this deck. I just need to not show you certain things. There's some illustrations I'm not going to be able to show you. Okay, just so that these messages don't get flagged. Okay. So that being said, let's take a look here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the potential energies that you may be exiting here at this moment in time of you viewing these messages. So you have here Gaia. Okay, so very interesting. I mean, listen, the earth signs got fire. They got fire and water. And now the earth signs are getting, this is like, honestly, this is validation confirmation for me. My guides are like, yes, you're on the right path. Because I was actually kind of like in between. Should I do all of the elements together, or should I do every single sign, which obviously would take a whole lot more time? And sure enough, this is just my guide saying, yep, you did the right thing. This is what we want you to do. So these messages, I mean, Gaia, Mother Earth, the earth, okay? And after Gaia, we have here rising above. Okay, so I'm going to do this. That's going to be a whole lot easier for me to show this here. Okay, so with Gaia, it says wisdom, knowledge, spirituality, or I'm sorry, spiritual understanding. And rise above says clarity, freedom, and solution. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I feel here that what you are going to be exiting here is this energy of, because I'm getting something here about you needing to be grounded and needing to connect with your crown chakra. There's something here about the root chakra and the crown chakra working together here. So there could have been here for some of you, you're leaving behind the stagnation. Some of you, I'm getting here, some of you that are watching may have been feeling or may have felt that you were getting something like a writer's block. You know what I mean? I'm an author. I'm actually a published author myself. So it was coming through for me as like a writer's block. But for others of you, it could be in any area that you may be working in or may have a job in. Okay. So this could be like either a creative blockage that you may have been feeling. Some of you may have been feeling a little bit of more like headaches, because I'm getting here something like the crown chakra being a little bit stagnant, or this blockage here. So you're leaving behind that blockage, and some of you here may have been feeling a little bit not grounded here. Okay, so feeling like a little bit off kilter. All right, so however this may resonate for you, but I literally heard writer's block and I saw my book. And it's not because I'm trying to pitch my book, because you guys know I've been doing lives for quite some time. I rarely even, I don't even think I've mentioned it on my lives, but I am definitely getting here like a creative blockage, unblocking. Okay, so you're leaving behind or you're exiting this sense of that. For others of you, there's a sense here of starting to believe your intuition or kind of messages that you are channeling. And some of you may say, well, I don't think I channel messages, or I don't think I'm that intuitive. But this is talking about, for some of you, you very much may be very much intuitive here. And this is talking about maybe even that blockage. You're going to stop the storyline of believing that you're not intuitive, or that you're not going to believe what you're picking up. You're going to rely more on your intuition. And so this is what this is saying. You're leaving behind the skepticism. You're starting to open. For some of you, you're starting to open up. This crown chakra is opening up a lot more. You're going to start trusting your intuitive nudges or hits, but it's going to be very important for you here, Taurus. It's very interesting, not Taurus, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all of the three earth signs, that you need to ground yourself first. Okay, so you need to ensure that you listen to either like the the root chakra, or that you have like either black tourmaline, or that you have red jasper, some type of crystal that it's about grounding. Okay, and you could always use your search engines to find out, but off the top of my head, I'll tell you right away, red jasper is one, and black tourmaline is another. That helps you get grounded. Okay, so that helps lessen this feeling of like being a little bit dizzy. Okay, and that kind of stabilizes. It allows you to get more grounded, and then be able to connect more to your crown chakra as you meditate. All right, so for others of you, this is talking about you finding a solution. So there may be something here that you're leaving behind, having to do with a situation, circumstance, event, or a challenge that you may have been feeling a little bit stuck. Okay, so for some of you, I'm getting like writer's block or creative blockage. Others of you, spiritually, I'm getting it's like not connecting too much with that crown chakra, either because of fear, or either because you feel like you're not kind of, getting those messages. And this is talking about you needing to ground yourself. So making sure that you listen to that root chakra solfeggio hertz on YouTube. They have many. So you could start doing that before you get into your meditation, so that there is a sense of you feeling grounded. Okay. Um, you're going to leave something behind here that, again, you've been feeling a little bit off kilter here. Okay. So let's take a look here at the energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that you may be potentially moving towards. Okay. Now remember, this could be in any area of your life. This could be in love and career, spiritual journey. It could be something connected to your personal growth. But let's see what else is coming through here for you. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, what energy are they potentially entering right now at this time that they are watching this reading? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, time for healing. Very, very interesting. Let me get another one because I'm being called to take two out for you guys. Wow, Taurus. Wow. Remember a little while ago I said Taurus, and I said, wait a minute, it's not just Taurus, it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There you go. And you know what? The same thing happened for the fire signs, by the way. So talk about sign symbol synchronicities. This is very, very interesting. A time for healing. Remember that it's interesting because when I was I'm channeling the message of like, what energies are you exiting? I was getting crown chakra blockage, crown chakra, maybe even getting headaches, creativity blockages coming from the crown chakra. And with Gaia, with this one, is feeling like you have been a little bit off kilter. Like there's a sense of like not feeling very much grounded. And if we're talking about the energy that you're exiting, this is talking about crown chakra and root chakra, okay? Which is all about healing, because that's exactly what I was feeling. It's like you need to heal. You need to, listen to the crown chakra solfeggio after you do the root chakra solfeggio hertz, okay? So you always start with the root chakra and then go upward, okay? That's going to be important. So basically, this is talking about self-healing. So taking the time to heal yourselves in this energy that you may be moving towards, okay? I'm also feeling here healing yourselves, not only just crown chakra and root chakra, but really putting yourselves at the top of the peak, because I'm seeing here like a triangle, like a pyramid. And it's like you need to be at the top of that pyramid. So that self-care and not feeling guilty about that self-care that you may need to do. Now, time for healing also, creating a routine, something that's a little bit more consistent, especially here with Taurus. I'm going to talk about something else here that's coming through with Taurus. So I'm kind of like, wait, hold on. I'm not finished here. By the way, you're reading, like, I'm channeling like very quickly. So I'm trying to slow it down a little bit just so that I can explain what's coming through in each of the cards, because the energy is coming like really fast. So again, there could be this energy, like I said, you feeling very stuck in those two chakras. And now is the time where things are going to start rolling and moving. Maybe not so quickly because, Taurus energy is an earth, earth sign is a little bit more, it takes time. But the sense of a time for healing here is you really focusing and pouring into yourself. So not feeling guilty about pouring into yourself, not feeling guilty about placing your needs or your desires at the top of the pyramid. Now, listen, Venus is entering Taurus tomorrow. So for some of you, remember, Venus is also about self-care, and Venus rules the Empress card in tarot. And what is the Empress card about? It's about fertility. It's about Earth. And what do you guys have here? Gaia. Okay. So if you're watching this after the time that I'm actually channeling, don't worry. If you're like, Venus is not in Taurus right now, kind of like if you're watching this later on, because I am going to write that it's timeless. But there's something here about you pouring back into yourself, nurturing your yin energy in order for you to find the stability that you need. Because if you cannot pour, okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you cannot run yourself dry. You cannot work yourself to the point that you're working down to the bone or feeling off kilter. Okay. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you're feeling a little bit off balance, if your root chakra isn't where it needs to be, there is going to be this feeling of like, I'm not stable. I feel stuck. I don't feel like things are moving. I don't feel like I'm in the flow. And again, there's this energy here about that even keel. You do have here prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. And listen, I don't know if you want to check, because, sometimes people think, oh, she may be making this up. I kid you not. When I was shuffling the deck, prosperity came out. And I said, look at this, because I was talking about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I was shuffling. I was like, up next, we're going to do, because I am doing a live. So I was talking to, our intuitive friends or subscribers here that are joining, and even people that are just visiting the site. And I said, oh, look, prosperity popped out, so there's definitely something here in regards to that. And sure enough, prosperity lies ahead. There you go. Validation, confirmation. There's something here about you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, working with the law of attraction and working with your own magic. It's as if something hasn't been flowing, and that lack of flow is what you're going to be leaving behind. And you're going to be moving here into a time where you're going to finally, again, unblock that root chakra and unblock that crown chakra in order for you to really sync and link with your ability to prosper, it's like ideas. I'm getting the law of attraction, but also the law of resonance is going to be super important here for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. That being said, let's see what other energies you are moving towards. Energies that you are moving towards right now at the time of this timeless reading. Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see what's coming through for you. Beautiful, beautiful reading here. I feel that there is a time here that you're going to start feeling not only more grounded, not only more grounded because of that Taurus sign. Remember, Taurus is a fixed sign out of the three earth elements. And Venus rules Taurus. So there's some, and well, it rules Taurus and it also rules Libra. But again, there's something here about stability, and that stability, again, patience, dedication, and consistency are going to be important because of the earth sign and because Gaia is here. So, let's see what else is coming through. All right, look at that. The sun, victory. Here we go. For some of you who are watching this now, there may be something, meaning now as in like, if you're, okay, let me put it this way. I'm getting Leo season may be very important, or summer season, very important. Now, I understand that many of you watch me from different countries, okay? Because I always see that on my creators, the creator side of the YouTube channel, of my YouTube channel. So some of you see me from other countries, right? Where right now it's snowy and cold, but here in New York is actually on the East Coast is actually getting warmer. So wherever you may be watching me from, one or two things. Leo could be Leo season here, may be something where, or maybe a time period here that you may be shining. Like literally, you may be in the spotlight. There may be something here about your personal growth, about something success coming in, maybe even this prosperity. Okay. So there could be this sense of like, you're going to be shining, you're going to be in the spotlight. For others of you, there's this sense of you feeling distressed, recharging. Okay. Because we know that the sun is the vital source. Without the sun, there couldn't be anything on earth. So the sun is a very, very important element here. Okay. So this is talking about maybe your growth or your ability to, shine. Okay. You also have here the angel of love. There may be some connections here that may be coming up. Or for those of you who are already in connections, this is coming across a reignited passion between you and your partner. Okay. And for those of you who are single here, there could be an opportunity here where your love life or your area of self-love, so it doesn't always have to be about someone else. So this could be self-love or your own love life, okay? Maybe starting to move, okay? Maybe it felt a little stuck for a little bit. There could be here some movement. Again, the movement I feel is going to be a little slower, but there could be something here coming into, or you entering this energy where Venus is going to be very important here. Now remember, Venus is not just about a planet that influences love. Venus influences values. Venus influences connections and relationships, and I'm just talking about connections in general. Right now, at this moment in time, I want to say Venus is entering Taurus as of, I want to say, either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Jupiter is entering Cancer the first week of, like, it's also coming by. But I feel that this has a lot to do with Venus, okay? But also Venus has a lot to do with prosperity, success, work, value, luxury. All right. So there could be something here that's very, very important, or something that matters to you. By the way, the Three of Cups just flipped over here. That could be very relevant here to this energy that you're entering. Okay. Angel of love. Angel of love. By the way, the Sun card has the number 1 here. Just wanted to show you that there. That may be sign, symbol, synchronicity for some of you. It may not be for all of you, but I'm getting here like that may be like 1. And by the way, the number 1, you could be a life path number 1. You can be, I'm getting, you could be a life path number 1. And it's also here about you placing yourself at the top of the list, which is exactly that triangle that I was getting before. Remember that I was talking about creative blockages? Look at that right there where my finger is. That is a, oh, and by the way, Venus is about beauty and creativity. So there's a book, there are painting, paintbrushes, and what else is there? There's like artistic things there. Very interesting because I was picking that up, and Venus also focuses on that. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. Stability is going to be key here for you. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's something here about stability. I mean, I said it before. I'll say it again. Talk about validation confirmation. You have the Strength card in tarot. Why am I making such a big deal about that? Well, because the Strength card in tarot is ruled by Leo, which is exactly what I was talking about here with the Sun card. Okay, so for some of you, like I said, Leo season may be of importance. There may be something coming along around that time frame. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. For others of you, it could be just the summer. Okay, whatever summer is where you live, or whatever summer season is. I want to say summer starts what, June 20th or something like that, the summer solstice or something like that, or summer equinox, whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's coming up. So there could be during, so wherever you live, wherever that summer situation is, I feel that something is coming in your direction connected to that season or connected to Leo. Okay. And you have the King of Wands. Again, Wands energy is fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Leo, Lion. Hello. Something here about Leo. Okay, whatever that may be. This could also be you. Okay. This could be something maybe going on. There could be someone coming in for those of you who are single, very much connected here to that King of Wands energy. This person is, if it is a person, for those of you who are single, if it is a person who's charismatic, passionate, very good looking. Okay, whether, you know, whatever gender they may be, they are very good looking. Okay. There is this energy here about this person in this kind of entrepreneurial type of energy, and very much passionate. They have a drive. I'm also getting here a risk taker. Okay, maybe kind of very good with the gift of gab. Okay, because I'm getting someone who may be a little bit chatty, or when they say something, it's like kind of like this energy, like they can sell you a bridge type of energy. Okay, now that's for those of you who may be single. I mean, I cannot look at, I can't like turn a blind eye about the fact that there's a lot of fire here. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, remember that a little while ago I said to you, I feel that this energy that you are entering, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, is going to be potentially a slow moving energy. And sure enough, that may be the case. You do have the Strength card here. So again, major arcana, this may come with time here, okay? It may come with time. I'm also getting here with the Strength card, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that the reason that some of you, it's going to be very important for you to give yourself the self-love, the self-nurture, okay? And, you know, nurture in your yin energy is because you need to tame that part of you that could snap at someone. Okay. Now, this person is divided by the lamb here, and lamb is about peace. It's about being peaceful. It's, you know, calm. Okay. Calmness here. But there's that little bit here having to do with this lion, which again shows up in this card again. Okay. So some of you here, there's this sense of finding or balancing here. Okay. Or managing a situation, whether it's internally, Okay, so that is why that you need to kind of focus on that crown chakra and that root chakra and take care of it and unblock it and focus on it and heal. Time for healing, okay? Because there may be a side of you that could come out the wrong way, or kind of jump, or not jump physically jump, but kind of like not be your normal self. Okay, so whatever it is that you need to confront internally, there's a sense of you holding on to your mental strength or focusing on your mental strength, emotional strength, spiritual strength, energetic strength. Okay, remember, growth is not linear. So there may be here something coming up in this healing process that you thought that you were fine, like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm feeling great. And this is saying, no, you need to kind of, in a way, focus on more of that healing of that little percentage there that may kind of come out and pop out at the wrong time here. Okay, King of Wands, you're going to be in this beautiful energy of embodying the King of Wands energy. There's this sense of fire, creativity. There's a sense here of you being magnetic, okay? I'm also getting here, being passionate about something, starting to either starting or continuing a creative project, something that you may have felt a little bit out of the flow here. You're going to be very much in the flow potentially here. Okay, so the King of Wands is saying, listen, take risks. All right, get the job done. Focus on your creativity. Listen to your heart's desire, because prosperity may be up ahead here in regards to this. Some of you may go up or climb the ladder of success, whether that is a promotion, more money, or maybe even this creativity here may spark and you may start doing something in addition to what you may be already doing in regards to career. That being said, I hope these messages, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, have resonated for you. I hope they've given you the insight that you need right now at this moment in time. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls. Up next, we have the air signs, Libra, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I said Libra first because I'm thinking about this Venus energy here for Taurus. But yes, sure enough, we have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, the air signs. You guys, I didn't see what that card was. So that may be very much connected to the air signs. But yeah, so yeah, beautiful reading here, earth signs. I mean, listen, all of you have been getting, listen, the fire signs also. Fire came up in the fire signs. Earth is coming up in the earth signs. Let's see what we have in store for the air signs. For those of you who are watching, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I hope that you are enjoying this live stream, focusing on the energies that you may potentially be exiting and the energies that you may be potentially moving towards here. Now, please remember that these messages are timeless, so whenever you come across them, there may be a reason for that, okay? For those of you who are joining me, thank you so much, intuitive friends, for joining and for giving me the thumbs up, for your love, your loyalty, and your support here to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. By the way, I don't know if you guys could see it, but we're already at 1,040 subscribers, believe it or not. So beautiful growth here. And of course, it is thanks to you. So I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for sharing my YouTube channel and for the thumbs up. All right, so now we're going to be focusing on the air signs and whatever placement you may have the air signs, okay? All right, and we're now going with air. And that is Gemini. All right, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. There we go. All right. Hello, intuitive friend, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box for my links there. If you're interested in scheduling a private recorded reading, or if you are interested in checking out my Patreon platform or my Patreon shop, as like I said before, all my information and links are down below in the description box. Okay, for those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to our channel. Whether you are a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however these air signs may show up on your astrological natal chart, these messages are for you. And today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what energies you may be potentially exiting and what energies you may potentially be entering. Now, this is going to be a timeless reading. So whenever you come across it, that may be a sign, symbol, synchronicity from the universe that these messages may have something in store for you. I do want to mention here that this deck that I am shuffling here does have a lot of cards. And my apologies here. I should have thought of that before I grabbed it, but I was called to grab it. Has, cards that there's, a lot of nudity. So I'm not going to show the card, the illustration, but I will definitely show you what it says if it's a card that's a little bit too risque, All right, so let's see what's coming through. What is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius exiting? What energies you may potentially be exiting right now at this moment in time of this reading? Well, look at that. You have evolution and you have, okay, I have to do this. You have healing. Okay, you have evolution and you have healing. So some of you may be saying, what? I'm leaving behind evolution? No, you're not leaving behind evolution. You're exiting a period where you may be feeling that, and it's interesting because it says earth changes. So, you may be leaving behind a time of transition. You may have been either emotionally, mentally, energetically, maybe even personal situations where you may have been going through a time of transformation. Now, this could be having to do with family. This could be personal. This could be spiritual. This could be your job. This could be in your love life. This could be in any area of your life. Okay. However, because I'm getting here this, okay, I could do this. There we go. It's something that's very much connected to your heart, to your emotions here. Okay. So there is this kind of like reminder here that the energy that you're leaving behind is you leaving behind something that may have been emotionally, mentally, or in any way, shape, or form that has brought some type of sadness. I'm getting here sadness. I'm also getting feeling of disappointment. Okay, feeling like there's a lack of value in something. Okay. um this healing says reconnecting with your true nature. So for some of you here, there may have been a little bit of this energy of you not showing yourself or showing your authentic self because you're afraid of getting hurt. So one way to kind of like make sure that you're not getting hurt is by not sharing truly how you feel about something or about someone, or maybe even voicing how much something may be affecting you emotionally or mentally or energetically here. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there is this energy here of reminding you that the energy that you're leaving behind is a sense of feeling hurt or being afraid of getting hurt here. Okay, this fear of evolving, this fear of letting go and allowing yourself to go with the flow, getting out of your head and allowing your heart to flow. Okay. It's funny because I'm hearing the ego of the mind. I don't know what that may be here for some of you, but I'm getting ego of the mind. So being very, very much in this kind of ego or pride having to do with something that you keep thinking about over and over again. And I feel that's the energy that you're going to let go. And not only that, but you also have here evolution. And if you take a look at that, it's kind of, let me explain. It's giving like this crown chakra, heart chakra, and solar plex chakra. Okay. Three major, now listen, between the crown chakra and the heart chakra, you have the throat chakra. Okay. So for some of you, it may be that combination here, but there's something here about you feeling centered and allowing yourself to continue in the healing process, letting go of the analysis paralysis, allowing yourself to evolve emotionally, not so much evolving, in your mind, because it's like getting out of your head so you can connect more with your heart is how this is coming across. Okay. So we have that there for you. So very, very interesting here. You have earth changes, climate changes, and transformation. Okay. So like I said, there may be here you getting out of one season or one chapter and moving into another season or another chapter. And you could be healing. Remember that healing is not linear. There are times that we take 10 steps forward and then we take 8 steps back, or 10 steps forward and 3 steps back. Okay. So definitely here, that's what's coming through. Okay. I feel here, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, there's going to be something here where you're going to notice something. Something is going to illuminate here, okay? Or you're going to have some sense of illumination is how I'm getting this. And there may be something here that you feel very much connected to in your heart, or someone that you may be very much connected to in your heart. Now, remember that I said that I was channeling a little earlier the ego mind, or something about the ego in the mind, or something like that. Mental ego, or something like that. And there may be something here connected to you letting go of this mental ego, whatever that may be, and you allowing yourself to evolve from that. Okay. So there's a sense of alignment, whether it be a personal alignment or an alignment here connected to either something in your love life, career life, or in some other area. Okay. It's as if you know how this is coming across. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm never going to go into the other to what's coming, the energy that you're entering, because I'm getting here. You know how this is coming across, like someone who's very stuck in their head about a specific perception, idea, and their ego or their pride not allowing them to get out of their head and connect to what they truly feel. So there's this kind of like struggle that I'm getting. I'm being pulled in two directions. And I feel that that's where this is coming from. That's why I'm getting this message for you here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, about the mental ego. It's as if you're going to be exiting this period. Well, by the way, just letting you know, Venus is entering Taurus, okay? And Venus rules Libra, okay? It also rules Taurus, but it also rules Libra. So there may be here some type of evolution, kind of like letting go of this ego in the mind, like, oh no, I'm not going to do that, just because you want to be stubborn, rather than you listening to your authentic emotions here about either something or someone. It's like this resistance, you see what I'm saying? And this is talking about you need to heal that so that you can evolve. so you can move past that, because there could be here some sense of prosperity or success that you yourself may be blocking yourself with because of a specific way that you're thinking about something, or you're very stubborn in saying, like, I'm not going to I'm not going to I'm not going to make that move or say that thing or do this because I don't want to seem like I'm kissing somebody's fill in the blank. Okay, whether that be at work, whether it be in your love life, whether it be in your social circles with your friends. But there's something here that there's more than meets the eye. There's a lot here about your authentic heart or your emotions about something, but there's a little bit of that stagnation that I'm getting there. Okay, in regards to that. All right, finally finish channeling. That's the reason why I decided to do this reading on just elements instead of like individually, because my guides were like, no, we need to do it this way because there's a lot's going to be coming out and it's going to be a super long reading. All right, so let's see what energies you may be potentially entering, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see what's coming through. Well, listen, I'll tell you this. Every sign so far, like the fire signs, had a fire coming out in their reading. The earth signs had the earth coming out in their reading. So let's see what's coming through for you. All right, Libra, and again with Libra, listen, Venus is entering Taurus, or there's somebody out there who's watching me who's a Libra. It's one of the two things, because I've said Libra like, I don't know, like 3 times already. Look at this. It says you're very close to achieving your goal. Now look at this. Remember that I was talking about perspective? Remember that I was telling you here, there's something in the mind that is not allowing Gemini, Libra, Aquarius to actually show their authentic nature about something or someone they really care about. There's a sense here that you need to exit that type of stagnation so that you could evolve, whether it's you evolving, whether it's evolving in a connection, or evolving here in some way, shape, or form. And sure enough, if you look at this card, look at the perspective of this card. By the way, in this deck, this is the only card in this deck that has this perspective of what looks like someone laying down and looking up at the moon, the full moon, okay, the gibbonous moon. So some of you here, again, validation confirmation, may be getting caught up in your head at nighttime. It's as if this, whatever this is, in the daytime, you can, be like, I'm good, I'm fine, maybe even entertain yourself, not focus. Hello, intrinsic her, how are you? Not focus on it. And then at nighttime, it creeps in. Or when there's a meditative state. So it doesn't have to be at nighttime, but for some of you, yes, 100%, it's at nighttime. For others of you, when you are not keeping your mind busy, boom, this comes up. So this is talking about here, you're very close. The energy that you're moving towards is an energy that you're moving towards where you are finally going to achieve the goal. And what is achieving the goal? Finding a sense of illumination and clarity here, and being able to move forward from this energy of being caught up, like I was getting, the mental ego. Okay, so very, very interesting. You also have, it happens in every single reading. Wow. And you see that you saw how much, you guys see how much I like shuffle. This is not like me doing anything. Why am I making a big deal out of it? Well, because I'm talking about Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs, and you have air sign coming out in your reading here. Okay? It happens in the fire signs, it happens in the earth signs, and it's happening here for you in the air signs. So you have here, show the world the real you. Validation, confirmation, and what I was feeling at the top of the reading. I said here, there is the sense of you not showing your authentic desires in your heart, or something that is leaning into the yin energy of emotion, and there's this resistance. And this is talking about some of you here have been doing that. And this energy that you're moving towards is the time for you to really think back on either a situation, circumstance, event, or a person where this energy has been, that you've been showing this energy, or that you've been kind of like, you know what, I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z because you know what, it's not going to be like that. I'm going to do it my way. I think I'm right, or I think it should be this way. And that is your mind taking over the situation. And you're kind of, but you know, your mind is saying one thing, but you're feeling something completely different. And so here, show the world the real you. It's you about listening to your authentic emotions about something or someone. So this energy that you're moving towards here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, is about you being honest with your emotions, honest with your heart. Hold on, because I got to be careful how I show this, because that this deck here, that's why the heart is illuminated. That's why the heart is showing and bright. Okay. So there you go. Validation, confirmation. Aquarius energy here. I'm also getting something about friendships, something about connections. Okay. So you are very close to allowing yourself to truly get out of your mind and move towards what your emotions are feeling truly and authentically about a situation, circumstance, event, or person, okay, or energy. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oop, okay. All right, let's see what's coming through for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And by the way, for those of you that are watching the live, right after this, I'm going to be channeling the water signs. Look at that. You have the sun. Okay. You know what's interesting, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? And you saw how much I was shuffling? The earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, also had this card. And this card, what I channeled for them was that Leo season. Now, listen, everyone watches me from different parts of the world, as well as different states in the United States and abroad. So summer may be different in different places, okay? And hold on one second. Yes, everyone, yes. Thank you so much, Real Life, for joining. The water signs are going to be next, okay? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you have the sun. There could be something happening here in the summer, whatever summer is, wherever you're watching me from. So there could be something here connected to summer or warm weather or when it gets warmer. For others of you here, it's the sun is literally in a way giving you here sign symbol synchronicity that there may be something here happening during Leo season that's going to be very important here. That may be here. There's, and look at this, by the way, I have to flip this one over. There's not just one sun here. There's 1, 2, 3 suns, plus this sun, 4 suns. There could be something here in the month of or during Leo season that's going to be of utmost importance, or that's going to, maybe you're going to make a move around Leo season. Okay, so for some of you who are like, well, when is Leo season? July, August. Okay, July and August. So there could be something coming up near future for some of you. For others of you, because this is a timeless reading, this may be in at another time where there's just like either more sun, it gets warmer. Okay, there you go. Sixth chakra, your intuition. And the sixth chakra is the third eye chakra, which is the space between both your eyebrows. Okay, it is a part that is very much connected to intuition, being able to see, or not physically see, but more like spiritually see. Okay. For example, clairvoyance, thoughts that come to your mind. Maybe you see a picture, maybe somebody pops in your head and you see the picture of this person in your head, or the picture of this thing in your head, or a place in your head, like that. But you see it in a picture or an image in your mind or in your mind's eye. There could be something here very much connected to that, and being you very much, like I said, connected to actually listening. Show the world you're the real you, listening to your authentic desires here that are very, oh, you're welcome, real life, you're welcome, I'm sorry. Being very much connected here to your sixth chakra. It's like you're finally, your intuition is going to say, hey, listen, get out of your head and show your true desire, your true feelings, your true connection here. Show your authentic self. Again, there we go. I'm going to bring it close. I mean, it cannot be more of a validation confirmation here, what I just said earlier. Okay, so there you go. It's revealing your true heart's desire or your feelings about something. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm also getting here in regards to the sun is the vital source. Okay. Without the sun, we don't have a planet, Earth. Okay. Nothing would grow and we would have nothing on planet Earth. So this sun here, you're very close to achieving your goal. It's talking about you very close to achieving some level of success here in regards to something that you are very much achieving, focusing on, doing your work. Okay. All right. The consistency of something, the focus here about something. And I feel that you're into, by the way, you have one, two, you have two cards. Actually, that one is not that's not a full moon, but this is a full moon. And you have the full moon with the sixth chakra here, which is telling me, again, very much connected here to your intuition. Like I said at the top of the reading, your yin energy, your intuition. You're going to be moving more towards what feels right rather than what you think in your head logically is always right. Now, listen, there's nothing wrong with logical, analytical thinking. Okay. I have my Gemini is in Venus. So, I look at love in a very different way. But it's all about logical, rational thinking. So I get it, but there's this energy here about your by the way, the sun just did a little peekaboo there also. But yeah, there's something here about your intuition and you actually moving towards the direction of listening to your intuitive desire or allowing yourself to transform, to grow, to evolve into listening to your intuition as well. Okay. Because what happens is if you get too much stuck in your head, you don't move. You end up getting this, what's called analysis paralysis. Okay. It's like you're thinking so much about something. And I want to say I was getting something about mental ego, where you get so caught up in your head that you just don't do anything. You just, okay, fine, whatever, because instead of saying, no, wait, you know what? No, I don't feel like, yeah, whatever. I feel this, or I really, truly, am connected to X, Y, and Z, so there's a little bit more kind of that emotive energy coming through here for you. All right, let's see what energy you're moving towards. For those of you who are waiting for the water signs, you're coming up next. Talking about water signs, look, there you go. Queen of Cups. What did I just say? Validation, confirmation. There we go. Queen of Cups. What is the Queen of Cups? Emotion. A person who has the mastery of their emotions and their intuition. Getting out of the head and allowing your heart an opportunity to show you the way. Queen of Cups, yin energy again. So queen has nothing to do with gender. It's about yin energy. We all have yang, masculine, divine masculine energy, and divine feminine energy. And this is talking about, you really tuning in to your intuition, but also tuning in to your heart. Where is your heart leading you towards? Where's your intuition? You have 1, 2, 3 cards, 4, if we're talking about connecting with the true nature, and you have the heart there. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards talking about your heart, talking about your emotions, telling you you're very close to achieving your goal that could be very much connected to your heart's desire in whichever area this may be in. Okay? Two of Wands. Not moving anywhere, but definitely thinking about what you're going to do next. So this energy that you may be potentially moving towards is an energy of planning. How am I going to get out of my mind and show how I truly feel about something or someone? What direction do I need to move towards so that I am authentically very much connected to whatever it is that allows me, or that I feel that I am very much connected to effortlessly, showing your authentic self, the real you. Okay, let's see. Where's this Two of Wands looking at? Seven of Swords. There you go. You've been deceiving yourself in your mind. So there's a sense of you taking the time to reevaluate what's come through this reading. Yep. So that you can actually get out of your mind. You have swords and swords. Look at that. Validation, confirmation. You have 2 swords here right after that Two of Wands. Okay, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I hope that these messages have been insightful. You have a very, very beautiful message here. I hope that has helped in some way, shape, or form. Now, remember, don't forget to to share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls. Okay, up next, finally, bing, 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 water signs. For you guys being all the way last, I might even add an extra deck for you for being so patient. Oh, all right, let's see. Let's see here, water signs. Oh, actually, let me put this over here. I'm going to bring out this extra deck for you for being so patient. All right, we're going to put that one there. All righty. It's interesting because I'm being called to take another one out. Oh my gosh. The other signs are going to be jealous. They're going to be upset at me. They'll be like, why didn't we get that deck? All right. I don't know. Let's see. All righty. Well, they did get very thorough readings, right? So it's only fair. All right. I love these circle cards, these tea leaf cards. All right. So let us begin. All right. Let me put water here. Oh, I just saw Eleanor and real life a cappella revealed. Ah, yes. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. All right, let's see. Now, and then after this, I have to actually put the what do you call this? The timestamps. All right, last but not least, we have Scorpio, Cancer. Hold on. Let me put it up here so you guys can see it in the chat. Cancer. And Pisces. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Finally. Sorry for the wait. All right. Let me get myself situated. Let me missed. Okay. Hello, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Whether you are a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, these messages are for you, or in any other placements on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. Today, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what are the potential energies you're exiting and the potential energies you are entering, okay? But before I begin, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, scheduling a private recorded reading, or learning more about my Patreon platform or my Patreon shop, then look down below in the description box. All my information is there. That being said, excuse me, for those of you who are, so sorry, for those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to our channel. As you know, these are all free channeled messages. Feel free to share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls. Before I even start the reading, this deck that I am shuffling has cards that are too, you know, they show very much the naked body. So I'm not going to show you the illustration if it's a card that's a little bit too out there. And although I put my channel so that no one can, no children can see it, but still, I don't want these messages to get flagged. So, or this, video to get flagged. So I'm going to make sure that I don't share the illustration, but I do want to share the message. So let's see what you may be exiting here. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And I'm being called to shuffle again. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. What are you exiting right now? Okay, I see what it was. Wow. Enchanted for. I went like that because I was like, I don't know what was. I needed a double check. But listen, you have Enchanted Forest. Enchanted Forest. There's more than one card here. You have Enchanted Forest, Attachment, and Night Wind. Wow. Okay, this is the only way that I can show. The only one that I can show is the tree. So you have Enchanted Forest, Attachment, and Night Wind. Wow. All right. So what are you potentially exiting? What energies may be potentially exiting here? So I'm getting here, there's a sense of letting go of some type of subconscious situation, circumstance, where it may be related to family, because I see the tree here. So for some of you, whatever it is that you may be exiting may be very much connected to family ties or something connected to family. For others of you, this may be very much connected to your heart, something that you are feeling or hiding emotionally, meaning you feel this feeling, there's something connected here to your heart, but not even connected. I feel that for some of you here, okay, there's a lot coming in very quickly, so let me slow this down. There's a sense here of you letting go of either the guilt, the depression, the sadness, the hesitation, or the fear. Maybe there's even here something connected to you trying to restrict yourself from allowing yourself to feel deeper something, some emotion deeper than what you are willing to go. Okay, there's something here, night wind. There's definitely something here about insomnia or worrying about at nighttime, thinking about something at nighttime, maybe even having nightmares or dreams that are like uncomfortable. So there could be here some type of subconscious storyline that for some of you, when you go to sleep at night, your subconscious visits that either situation, circumstance, event, person, family member, person, it may be an ex for some of you, a traumatic situation, circumstance, or event, a circle of people. But there's something about this energy talking about that the reason why some of you may have this either reoccurring nightmare or reoccurring thought, not even thought, emotion. There's an emotion that keeps popping up, and it's looking as if it keeps coming up at nighttime or when you are in a meditative state. And this is talking about you exiting this energy, whether this energy is connected to family or a traumatic family or, childhood wounding, or for some of you, it may be something connected to love, such as a breakup, separation, or divorce. But this is telling me here that this energy is very much connected to something that goes deep. And when I mean deep, I mean emotionally deep. Okay? For some of you here, like I said, you are healing this. So you're either exiting the confines of the emotional trauma or the energy of whatever this may be that you have attached yourself towards, or at times you feel the hurt through some type of trigger or emotional trigger here. Okay? So, very, very interesting. Let's see what else is coming through. You know what's also here? I'm seeing red and green. So red is the root chakra and green is the heart chakra. There may have been something either in the past or in the recent past. Some of you, this is connected to family drama or family trauma is what I heard. For others of you, this could be very much connected to a love situation or a breakup, separation, or divorce. Okay? That it's as if your love life hasn't felt stable, or, okay, for those of you that it's love, your love life hasn't felt stable because there's this sense of you still holding on to something emotionally to that breakup, separation, or divorce. And for others of you, there's something here of you connecting to your family. So there's this sense of like that being an issue. And I'm also getting here, interesting. I'm getting here that some of you emotionally have attached to this either family drama or trauma, so much so, maybe even unconsciously, subconsciously, like I said, that it has interfered with your love life at times. You know what I mean? And for some of you, there's been this kind of like, and again, this may not be for everyone with the love situation. For some of you, you may resonate. I'm getting two different stories, but they're actually three stories. but they're very much interconnected here. Some of you, it's a breakup, separation, or divorce that you have been either feeling guilty about. It's been hard for you to let go of that pain of that breakup, separation, or divorce. You think about it a lot at nighttime, or it comes out in your dreams. One of the two. There's either insomnia going on, or you start dreaming about this person. For others of you, it's your family. There's something that's been very difficult for you to let go. Even it could even be here something that happened when you were younger, or maybe in your teen years, or maybe in your, I don't know, college years. However, this could resonate for different people here. That you've always wondered, why is it that I have such a difficult time in my relationships? Or why is it that I'm kind of like, either I was a serial dater, or there's this sense of going from one connection to another connection. It's like difficult to create a bond that is like straight without interruption here. And this is coming across as this energy that you're leaving behind. You're leaving behind that sense of attachment here. Okay? Because somehow, in some way, shape, or form, this energy right here has been holding you back. It's been holding you back in ways that you have not even thought about that it may be holding you back. For some of you, it's like, oh wow, this could be the reason why I'm having such a difficult time in relationships. For others of you, it's like, oh, this is the reason why, at nighttime, I tend to cope by a negative coping mechanism, by drinking, by eating, by coping through some type of substance or pattern here. So that's how this is coming across here. So the good news is that this is energy that you're leaving behind. You're exiting this energy. But in order for you to exit this energy, you must acknowledge this subconscious situation that's going on here. This emotional subconscious thing, So for some of you, it's like, oh, when you feel a certain way, you start eating. So you may cope by eating. Others of you may cope by drinking. Others of you may cope by not going to sleep, or maybe even not allowing your body to rest, because there's something about like your dreams or nightmares or things that keep coming up subconsciously here. There's something about you needing to face your fears, emotional fears. Okay? It's not coming across as like mental, it's coming at emotional fears here, in order for you to move in another direction. Let's see what else is coming through here and what you need to exit, because I did promise you guys that I was going to use another deck here for you for the weight. Vacation. Some of you may unwind through a vacation. Some of you may have been talking about taking a moment to yourself because of whatever this may be about, whether this is something that you're going through right now at this moment in time, or whether this is very much connected to you needing an emotional break. Okay, so it could go either way. It could be literally a physical vacation, or it could be an emotional vacation. Okay, and by the way, look at this. I'm telling you, every sign has gotten their own like symbol for their sign. And it's so funny because I was so on the fence about doing this live, because I normally, and you guys know, on my channel, I always go through every single sign. It's very rare that I just take, every element and do a reading like this. But I was being guided to do it. And this is like in every single element, and show, what is it? It's a fish, water, emotional vacation, emotional vacation. Okay, let's see. You know, it's funny because this is also, it's also saying, my guides are like, you don't have to physically go somewhere, which is true. You don't have to go physically go somewhere. You don't. But for some of you, it is. It could be, you know, staycations. You're not going somewhere, but it's a rest. It's a rest. It's an emotional rest here. Let's see what else is coming through here. Throne, position of authority. It's about you stepping into your power. It's about you not allowing this breakup, separation, divorce, or this family trauma or drama to overpower or take away your power, and you needing to step into your power, facing the fear, facing the situation. For some of you, it's like, you know, maybe even tapping into resources of people who are expert in the field of fill in the blank, whatever it is that you've been struggling with. Okay. So if it's like overeating, it's like nutrition. If it's drinking, it's like, you know, seeking some type of either, you know, and I say drink, it doesn't only have to be drinking, but it's drinking or other things, fill in the blank. This is talking about finding the right person, the right expert. If it's about sleeping, kind of, because I'm getting here like someone drinking just so that they can go and fall asleep and not dream. Because as you know, alcohol does affect dreaming. So there's something here about either drinking, either literally drinking something, or like taking some type of like sleeping situation just so that you can knock out and not have to process dreams. So this is about you stepping into your power. Okay. And in the only way that you're able to, not the only way, but what I'm getting here is like one of the ways for you to be able to do that is to face your fears, whatever this emotional fear is. You see? So let's see what else is coming through. 4-leaf clover. Wonderful. This is going to be a great opportunity for you. You have 4-leaf clover. And you have, look at this, what I was talking about. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, perhaps money, or perhaps it's your goals. So whatever this subconscious release, it's as if it's either been creating an obstacle in your love life, or creating obstacle in your financial sector, or creating an obstacle in regards to your personal goals or spiritual goals. So this is talking about getting over this energy, because look what you had here. You had the 4-leaf clover on top of it. Why? Well, because it's saying you have an opportunity here for success. You have an opportunity to turn things around here. But in order to do that, in order for you to get this great or good fortune, the success here, you need to get to the root of the problem. Like I said before, facing your fear, subconscious release, healing. Okay, so there you go. Very much confirmation validation to what I was getting throughout the reading there for what you are exiting. All right, let's take a look here. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. What energy could you potentially be moving towards? It's so funny because I just looked at the clock, at my clock, and it says 111. 111. And for some of you, that's how the universe may be talking to you. Either recently, how it has been talking to you recently, And for others of you, it's by the way, because I'm in New York time. So in New York, it's 1 o'clock. It's 1:11. So you may be seeing sign symbol synchronicities with numbers or mirroring numbers. All right, let's shuffle this really good. All right, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. What energy could you be moving towards here? What energy you're moving towards? We have here, you're very close to achieving your goals. Now take a look at this. It's funny because the air signs had this card, by the way. Gemini, Leo, Aquarius. Some of you may have some type of placement there. So that's why I'm bringing this up. It says you're very close to achieving your goal. So this energy that you're moving towards, or this energy that you're entering, is an energy of you being consistent, okay, being focused, and looking at this right here, this whole roll that I channeled earlier. So I'm not going to go back to that, but this entire thing here, and start looking at that from a different point of view. So instead of looking at it from a martyr victim mindset, instead of looking at it as something, and listen, I'm not a therapist, okay? Please take whatever I'm saying with a grain of salt. This is for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that. But this is talking about you realizing here that you can completely put a spin on whatever this is here, or this has been for you. You can create a complete different narrative for yourself, a narrative where you are empowering yourself rather than, see, throne, where you are empowering yourself instead of a narrative where you are the victim or the martyr. Okay? There is an energy here saying, hello, there's good things coming in towards you. You just may have to wait a little bit. Okay? You're close to achieving your goal. So you're not there yet, but you're on the road to that. We just got to take care of this energy here with the barrel, as well as this energy here about facing your fear and subconscious release and healing, letting go restriction and fear, which again, like I said, comes across as also regret and guilt. So there you go. Here you have the full moon in Leo. Some of you may, ooh, ow, sorry. My right ear is, ooh, what a beep. Man, that was loud. What time is it? 1:15. Oh my God, that was like super freaking loud. Sorry, guys. Oh, my apologies. My ear just beeped really, really loudly. That was my right ear. So for some of you, that may be a sign here. Wow. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All right. So here we go. Don't let pride, it was like really, really high pitch. It was like the very like, and then it went away. So I'm good. I'm downloading messages, so I'm not surprised. So it says, don't let pride get in your way. Da-da-da-da. Leo, fire sign. Some of you may have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or other placements on your astrological natal chart. I'm also getting here with Leo, pride, especially here with this attachment. Like, I'm not going to fill in the blank due to some type of pride or ego. And I think I think ooh, that's very interesting. Maybe that's why my ear was ringing. Because it's interesting because for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this had come out, but the message that I gave them that they had on this side is that they had mental ego. That kept coming up for them, mental ego. And what's interesting is I'm being shown that it's very similar to what I was getting for them, but instead for Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, it's coming up as emotional ego. So it's not coming across like mental ego like it was for the air signs. It's coming across as some type of emotional ego here. An emotional ego being like not wanting to let go of something, the pride. That is very, maybe that's the reason why this beeping was like almost, wow, yup, that's exactly what this is. And if you guys don't believe me, you could go right back to the air signs, and they were getting emotional ego. And it's funny, some of you may have some placements having to do with air. Gemini, Leo, I'm sorry, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because in their reading, they got 2 cards having to do with the lion. So some of you may have, yes, you may be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but you may have either fire or air, because they got this same exact card. If you do, by the way, what I'm going to do actually when I finish channeling the messages is down below in the description box. I'm going to I'm going to place the Cafe Astrology link. So for those of you who are, and by the way, that's completely totally free, and I have I'm not connected to Cafe Astrology. But if you guys are interested in finding out information about your astrological natal chart for free, it gives you a whole bunch of information. And by the way, it's on point because I've used it multiple times. Yeah, I'm going to put it below so you could find out your other placements. Now, you don't have to know the time. If you don't know the time, just click unknown. And then you'll get majority of the things that you need to know. So you'll get your regular placements. You won't be able to find out your Juno. You won't be able to find out your North Node. You won't be able to find out your ascending or your rising sign, because for that you really do need the exact time you were born. But, and I don't mean kind of sort of close, I mean exact time you were born, so that it could be as close as possible to, you know, the degrees and all that stuff. Listen, I'm not an astrologer, but I know my astrology 101 and 102, you know? So I'm going to place that there for you if you guys are interested, and you could get a free birth chart analysis. And if you put in your birthday, I'm sorry, your birth time, you'll get more information. But yeah, emotional ego is what I'm getting here. Don't let your emotional ego get in the way of you being able to achieve a goal that is going to be very successful for you. And for some of you, I'm getting divine counterparts is going to be at play. It doesn't have to be. That's not a message for everyone. But for some of you, it's coming across as like your divine counterpart here. Something connected to that. All right, let's go to the next one. By the way, intuition is going to be of importance here, as well as you have two, let's see. Yes. Okay, sorry, I needed to see behind all of that. Yeah, so far you have 2 cards here talking about intuition or having the full moon, it being this card and this card. All right, let's see what else. By the way, I have 2 more. I mean, after this deck, I have 2 more decks. So I know it's going to be, I don't know where you guys are watching me from, but if you're watching me in the East Coast, it's getting late. But, I did promise you guys I was going to give you a little bit more because you guys been waiting for a while. For those of you who are my live, for those of you who are watching this at a later date, you're now you know your sign is getting more messages. Let's see what else is coming through. What energy is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces entering? Potentially entering here. We have here finding. I feel you're going to find solutions. You're going to find a way of being able to let go of the fear, of the guilt, of the restrictions, of the regret, of the emotional ego, the emotional pride. You're going to be able to find a way to deal with the subconscious release, whether it's through therapy or some other ways, shape, or form. I feel here with finding whatever it is. Remember that I kept saying it's the heart, it's the heart, it's the heart. And look at this card here. This person has what? Their hands across their heart. So you're going to let go of the emotional pride or everything else that I just mentioned here 2 seconds ago. And you're actually going to move towards it. Look at that. See? The lack mindset. You're going to let go of that. Because you're going to find a way to get over that. And it's interesting because Leo is a fire sign, and fire is all about yang energy. And yang energy is about movement. It's about action. It's about, getting things on the go, moving things along. And I feel that this is going to be very beneficial for you. Again, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, what are you moving towards? You're moving towards new opportunities here, or a new opportunity. So, but again, and I'll say this again because it's come out in 2 decks already. In order for you to do that, you're going to need to let go of your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs, or the old pattern of behavior, or the coping mechanisms that some of you may be using in order to deal with the emotional, either pride, emotional ego, or emotional situations, drama or trauma from the past or recent past. And this is, again, validation confirmation on what this barrel, okay, is all about. Okay. So if this is your first time watching my readings, yes, I go deep and you will see how things connect, how the dots connect. All right. So if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So this is coming over here. All righty. Let's find out this one, and then we're going to end with this, and then we're done. Okay? Promise. All right. So let's see what's coming through here. What is Scorpio, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces moving towards? What energy are you moving towards? I mean, validation, confirmation. I talked about the past. I talked about some of you having some issue here with your heart chakra, whether the blockage is connected to your family or whether the blockage is connected to a love situation in the past or recent past. That love situation could be romantic, but that love situation could be very much connected to someone that is not connected to romance. Okay, there you go. You need the courage and the bravery to move past it. Like I said, you got to work on this. And this may require, like I said, some of you to move in the direction of expertise, advice, or therapy in some way, shape, or form. All right, last but not least, let's see what's going on here. What potential energy are you entering here? By the way, beautiful reading. Definitely here with this card, there's something here about changing your perspective. Like I said before, changing your perspective in order for you to be able to let go of this emotional pride or emotional ego. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. And last but not least, I mean, talk about validation confirmation. This is self-healing. By the way, you have the Empress card in Tarot. The Empress is ruled by Venus. By the way, Venus is entering Taurus, I want to say today, June 6th. I forgot what date we're on. It should be coming up. It should be today. So the Empress card, you're entering a productive stage. I'm going to say this again. You are entering a productive stage. It's going to be a slow success, but the success, the abundance, the prosperity, it's going to be slow growth because this card is all about gestation. It's about, you know, someone who's pregnant. That is symbolic. Some of you may be thinking about kids or something like that. But the Empress card is about, you know, growth. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about you moving past action, you moving past that emotional ego so that you can let go of this energy and move in a position of power, stand in your power. Why? Well, because the Empress is a position of royalty. You see what I'm saying? Not only is it a position of royalty, it may not be the king or the queen, but it's the major arcana. So it's the major arcana of royalty, if you think about it. So that's why you have the Empress and the Emperor, divine counterparts. So here with the Empress card in the Empress card, again, ruled by Venus. Venus rules two signs. It rules Taurus and it rules Libra. Some of you, there's definitely something here about partnership and romance. And for others of you, it's about love. Okay? Meaning love of friends, love of family, especially for those of you who resonated with the family. And for others of you, it may be about love having to do with that past connection, breakup, separation, or divorce. Okay? Yep. Time for you to let go of this Two of Swords so that you can, Queen of Cups, you can have an emotional maturity or the emotional intelligence for you to move past these three cards: the Barrel, financial constraints or something that is very valuable to you, and the Ego card. So there you go. Remember, the Queen of Cups does not allow things that are externally around them to shake up their emotions. The Queen of Cups, just like the King of Cups, they're calm, cool, and collected. The Queen of Cups also connects to her intuition. So it's, yes, I can feel the essence of what this may be that I am moving past, but I have the emotional maturity and the emotional intelligence to understand that I'm not going to allow my emotional ego or emotional pride to get in the way. I'm going to move past the energy of feeling like something is lacking in the life, in your life, perhaps in love and money and your goals. Okay? and the financial constraints. You're going to move past that. The Queen of Cups is the emotional maturity and the emotional intelligence to be able to move past these obstacles so that, yet again, you can move towards great or good fortune or success. All right. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please do. I usually have moments where I come on the live and I do 5-minute readings. So if you want to make sure that you are part of that or those events, then subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell, okay? And turn on all your alerts. So whenever I come on, you get alerted. Always take a look as well on the community posts, and always take a look at my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram, and all that information is underneath the banner. So all my information, Instagram, TikTok. I think I have TikTok. I have Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So you guys can follow me there. All right. That being said, thank you so much. I hope you have gained insight in this reading. And don't forget to share this reading with others who have, you know, who you may feel that they may need it. All right. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.